legend start. In-depth words cutting deep as cleats. Every play analyzed heartbeat by beat. Interviews, raw stories unfold. Behind the curtain, the secrets told. The Golden Broom Podcast, sweeping the game from the 50-yard line to the Hall of Fame. Breaking it down, tearing it apart. The Golden Broom Podcast, where legends start.
Welcome into the Golden Broom Podcast. I am your host, Cody Slavinsky, joined as always by Vandy, Chris. And Chris, you may see that I've modified some things tonight, a little bit.
Just a little bit. Caught me off guard.
Yeah. Well, first of all, let me fix these. I don't like this. You know, I'm very particular about how our screens are, and that annoys the mess out of me. All right, there we go. We're back. All right, so Chris, Welcome in as always. Don't you like the new notes tab that we have in the
That's
studio now?
that's pretty neat. I like that.
Very convenient. I was like, wow. So, some big things happened in college football over the weekend and this week.
Some
I
big
mean,
announcements today too.
yes, there were, and we will be getting into those because I was able to look at a few of them, but I looked at the Vanderbilt one that you shared, and then I saw LSU shared theirs, so I looked at it. So that's good that that was released today. It helps us out.
Yep.
So over the weekend, a few big things happened. We saw Tulsa pull the upset against Oklahoma State Friday. They won 19-12. Fans were leaving and booing Oklahoma. Oh, sorry, let me rephrase that. We're not booing Oklahoma State. They were booing Mike Gundy at halftime. They're frustrated, rightfully so. I get it. Also, what is your hat?
It's just cross rifle.
Oh, I like it. I didn't know what it was. It looks cool. Um, but anyway, so we saw Oklahoma State go down to Tulsa. You've heard us previously say on the show, Oklahoma State might be the worst team in the country. I mean, 69-3 to Oregon was a bad look. Then the other team that you could have debated, Oregon State, they actually hung in there with Oregon for a minute. So, keyword a minute. But yeah, Oklahoma State, they're bad. They're down bad. They don't have any money. It's a complete shit show. Let's just be real.
Yep.
Iowa found some offense on the road against Rutgers. I was happy to see that for them. That was a solid win for them. I know Rutgers is not elite or anything like that this year, but going on the road and scoring over 35 points for Iowa,
right?
Good job. Even though I'm still on the same boat as I was about them, just like you. We know how we feel about their season. Other things to note. LSU handles business against Southeastern Louisiana. Miami handles Florida in actually a closer game than the score showed. Florida just had no offense. DJ Lagway's back in a boot. It looks like Harrison Bailey will not be the starter, though. It's a true freshman. What's that?
I disagree that it was closer. It was closer than the score indicated.
Their defense held them in it, is basically what I'm implying.
Except for one thing. Miami had a touchdown taken off the board by a blown call by the officials.
Yeah,
that game was not close at all.
Speaking of officials,
yes, because we're going to get into that because I just learned something else tonight on top of what I learned yesterday.
Okay.
On top of what I've been saying all weekend.
Okay.
So that's going to be a fun one.
I'm ready for it. All right, so to continue to scroll through it, Oregon handles Oregon State. Florida State takes out Kent State. Texas runs Indiana over Illinois. Okay, you did say Indiana probably would win that game. You did call that. I will give you that. In what world did we see Indiana putting up 63 against Illinois? I did not see that coming.
I also learned something interesting after that game.
What's that?
Even with giving up 600 yards in total offense to Indiana, Illinois still has a number 5 defense in the entire Big Ten.
That's a bad thing. That's a bad thing to say.
That's scary.
Considering that the Big Ten usually has shut down defenses.
How good is Indiana?
That's what I want to know. I mean, obviously, we know Kurt Cignetti's he's one of the more underrated coaches in the country. Very good coach. We'll never doubt the man. Yes, but I did not. I would have never, ever picked that result.
I also found out something interesting about one of their top donors.
What's that?
So Mark Cuban, big Indiana alumnus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was not in attendance at that game.
Yeah, he was in Nashville, wasn't he?
He was at the Vanderbilt game with his daughter.
Yeah, I saw him on TV, actually. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Family over alma mater. I get it.
But he is also one of our top donors to our NIL program.
Does he donate to Indiana's?
That's the assumption.
I gotcha. I gotcha. Because I mean, if that's the case, then that's good on him. Ole Miss manhandles Tulane, which honestly that result shocked me. I thought Ole Miss would win the game, but I didn't think they would blow them out like that. I mean, they
So,
outclassed them.
so you mentioned that game.
Mm-hmm.
Are you aware that Ole Miss ran the same exact play as Oklahoma?
They did.
They
They,
did.
they sure
And
did.
the SEC didn't say a word about Ole Miss doing it.
That was weird, and I wonder if they didn't say anything because of it being a blowout game, maybe, and it
The,
not
re,
being a
the,
conference game.
the only reason anything was said, an intern wrote that post for the SEC.
Gotcha. What's up, Dominic? How you doing tonight, brother? Hope you're doing good. That actually makes a lot of sense. Tennessee handles UAB. Texas Tech impressively beats Utah after their quarterback goes down.
Oh, that
Um,
backup was ice
Lights out.
cold.
Yes, I mean he was fantastic. If he can keep that up there, Texas Tech is fine.
Right.
No concern for them. Georgia Tech handles Temple. Vandy gets their revenge on Georgia State in one of the nastiest beatdowns that team could ever give. Um,
Mhm.
yeah. Michigan holds out on Nebraska 30-27. Missouri takes care of South Carolina 29-20. Notre Dame handles Purdue, finally gets their first win of the season. USC takes out Michigan State, and actually what was one of the funner games of the weekend. Memphis takes out Arkansas 32-31. That game was fun. Start to finish, that game was fun. Great comeback by Memphis. Great
Mhm.
ability to close it out. Loved seeing it. Syracuse. Man, Clemson and Syracuse. It goes
Wow.
into a lightning delay. Man, Clemson is just broken at this point.
Yep.
There's no excuses for what is happening with that program at all.
Did you know that since the start of the 2024 season,
Mm-hmm.
Vanderbilt has a better record than Clemson?
That's amazing. I mean, that you never thought you'd say stuff like this in this
Oh no,
decade. This is awesome.
I'm eating this stuff up, man. I'm telling
I mean, you should. You rightfully should. I mean, Vanderbilt. I have yet to see a flaw with Vanderbilt, like a legitimate, like concerning flaw. Now,
too many
obviously,
pre-snap penalties.
yeah. I mean, but if that's your biggest issue right now, cool, that can be fixed.
Yeah,
Now, obviously, Vanderbilt's about to take a step up in competition coming up, and we'll really see what they're made of in their stretch. But right now,
I got to see what happens this week because this week scares me.
it's what Utah State, right?
Yes,
That's a dangerous game, whether we
dangerous.
like it or not. It's just like the Georgia State game last year. It was a trap game. This is the
gotta
definition
handle
of a trap. Yes, you can't go in there thinking you're the best. You got to go in there, and you're going for 1-0, and that's simple as that. And I think they handle business. I think it'll be a good one for them. TCU takes out SMU, another fun matchup from over the weekend. I really like TCU. I like what I see out of them. I don't see them being like one of the best teams in the country, but I could see
They're
them.
fun to watch.
Yeah, they could sneak into the playoff though, for sure. Their schedule, I think it's
I
manageable.
don't think so. You're going to get 4 from the SEC. You're going to get 4 from the Big Ten.
You got to get one from the Big 12.
That's going to be Texas Tech.
You think so?
I don't see a better team.
I think Texas Tech and TCU are Iowa State. That's a team to monitor, but
I'm not.
I think
The
it's a
more
three-man.
the more I'm
three-man
seeing,
race.
I don't think Iowa State's that good.
Yeah, I mean, especially what you're seeing out of Kansas State right now. Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Louisville handles Bowling Green. South Florida takes out South Carolina State. UCF destroys North Carolina. Troy takes care of Buffalo. There is one game, though, that I want to highlight because, oh my gosh, am I so proud of this team. Louisiana Monroe goes on the road to UTEP and beats them 31-25. And let me point out a fun stat for you because you said you're eating up all this Vanderbilt stuff. I'm eating up what happened with ULM, okay?
Mm-hmm.
First of all, last week or the previous week before the most recent games, UTEP played Texas. Tight game. Arch Manning went 11 to 25 on passing, threw for like 115 yards maybe. It was a terrible game for him. One of his worst.
Mm-hmm.
ULM's quarterback had more passing yards, better passing completion percentage. ULM scored more points than Texas was able to score against UTEP. I'm so proud of ULM. Coming off that 73-0 absolute destruction against Alabama, they get a bye week. They get it together. They go on the road. Tough game for them because, let's just be real. It's ULM. Very tough game for them. They go in. They actually run out to a huge lead. Former five-star quarterback Malachi Nelson is a quarterback at UTEP. Threw for over 400 yards in the game. Most of those yards came very late in the game. And they were able to close it down, man. 2 interceptions to seal the game. Very, very good performance by ULM.
Mm-hmm.
Big props. But there is one game that I left out. An important game. Auburn and Oklahoma. Oklahoma pulls it out.
Mm-hmm.
The one positive I will say for Oklahoma is that they got 10 sacks against Auburn. That is impressive. That is the only thing positive I will say, though, because unfortunately, that is a very tainted win. And it's not Oklahoma's fault. They're not the referees.
Think so. I don't think it is.
You don't think it's a tainted win?
No.
Okay. That's fair. I'm saying just because of the controversy in the game, there were 2 controversial calls that were clear as day to point out. There was one that was ruled a catch that, let's be real, if you're not going to call that LSU pass a catch in the Clemson game, you could not call this one a catch in the Oklahoma game. Literally the exact same scenario, except they called this one a catch. It is what it is. It's fine. And then obviously the phantom player touchdown is a controversy to some. I actually laughed when it happened. I was laughing very hard at it. I thought it was hilarious.
Auburn got burnt.
They did. Oh, absolutely.
And to find out, Oklahoma, during the week in their meetings with the referees, went over the play. They planned to do it.
Did they?
And they had approval to run it. And then when you watch it unfold, Oklahoma never sent anybody in to act like he was going to replace him.
That's true.
And he walked straight to the official, looked at the official and asked him if he was lined up properly. The official gave him the thumbs up. Auburn failed to cover him. They got burnt.
All right. Knowing that backstory now, respect. That being said, though, that was the definition of an old school slugfest, and I loved every minute of that game.
And Ole Miss ran the same exact play
there you go.
Against Tulane to the right side of the field instead of the left side of the field.
There you go.
The exact same play.
So as you see in my notes, we're going to go ahead and skip the second section. We'll go ahead and let's just jump into the Auburn Oklahoma stuff because there was one key piece to this. John Mateer went into the game injured, sprained knee, broken thumb in his throwing hand.
He broke his thumb on the first drive of that game and completed the game.
Yes, if that doesn't scream about his character, I don't know what does. Absolutely amazing. And because let's be real, on your throwing hand, your thumb's pretty much it's very important when you're throwing a ball. But the biggest factor is, he went 24 of 36 in passing for 271 with a touchdown in the air. He also had 10 carries, 29 yards, and a touchdown. Mm-hmm. Dude, that's amazing. Sprained knee, broken thumb, able to do that. Whew. That being said, it was announced today, though, he will be having surgery tomorrow, and he is expected out for around a month. So they're on a bye week this week. Next week they have Kent State. 2 weeks, no worries. Then after that, though, Red River. And then after Red River, you got South Carolina. So according to Tim Bailey, who I was actually talking to before the show, he's the one who actually told me about it. He said that he thinks Material will probably be back for Texas. But, worst case, though, South Carolina. Because I have a feeling that, let's be real, it's probably the only season Material will be at Oklahoma. So you want to play that game. And I have a feeling that he is going to do whatever he can to get back for that game. At least I would think so. With his mindset, I could see him really trying that. Now, on the other hand, Oklahoma's medical staff is not going to let him just say, "Hey, I'm going back in." So
everything has to go perfect.
Yes, absolutely.
No infection. There can't be more damage than they anticipate. Yep. All that has to be perfect.
Absolutely.
For there to be a chance for him to come back for Texas. And I would contend if they start losing without him, you don't bring him back at all.
And let him redshirt?
And let him redshirt.
I'll be honest, I just don't
medically redshirt him.
Let's be real, they'll win the Kent State game. That won't be an issue. Texas game will be interesting, but can Arch get it going against that Oklahoma defense? Because Texas, on the other hand, they're very beat up. I think they've lost 4 to 5 tackles now. Like they're beat up. Lost a running back. That team is getting picked apart. Mm-hmm. So Oklahoma could pull that one out without him. Obviously, you would love to have him for it, but I could see Oklahoma doing that. And then South Carolina, we don't know what South Carolina team we're going to get, because against Missouri, passing wise, they were fine.
They can't run the ball.
No, they can't run it at all. Held to -9 rushing yards. Shout out Missouri for that. That's cool. I don't care who you play. That's cool. So maybe Oklahoma will be fine without him, but that's going to be tough. It's definitely something you have to monitor because, without Mateer, I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I don't even know who Oklahoma's backup quarterback even is.
Michael Hawkins.
Is he still there?
Yeah.
I had no idea he was still there. Yeah, he's sure. Okay, in that case, with Hawkins, I trust him. I feel like he will do just fine in that offense. Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's good for them then. Other big news announced today. Let's go ahead and get into Mike Gundy. He's gone. 21 seasons at Oklahoma State. Brought them back into a good age, and last couple of years though, it's been nasty.
I don't like it.
I know.
It's fair for him to be gone.
Yes.
But I think he's earned the benefit of doubt to let him finish out the season.
I agree with that 100%. I do agree with that. And here's the weird thing, too, is they added it to his contract extension that he basically has to groom his replacement, but he's responsible for helping the school find his replacement as well as working with them to get them used to the program so it's a very smooth transition. But now that he was fired mid-season, I have no idea what transpires from here. I don't know if that's still required or not. Because he's getting I think $15 million from the school. So
I'd tell him to kick rocks.
That's what I'm saying. But I feel like he has a love for Oklahoma State though that might make him want to help. But I would say kick rocks in a heartbeat. I wouldn't think twice about it. But it's weird hearing that Mike Gundy is not a coach currently. But the thing is, though, with him going out like this, are some of these schools open to giving him a chance?
I don't know that he would want to.
He's getting $15 million straight up, like one single payment. So he's good money-wise. So, he doesn't there's no rush.
If they got that kind of money to pay a buyout like that immediately, why haven't they invested in program and given him an NIL account that he could use to keep this from happening?
Bingo.
This is all on the school. They failed. They did not support the NIL movement for him. this is all on the school. He didn't forget how to coach. He went to 17 straight bowl games.
It's true. Terry, I have a video for you, buddy.
We do have breaking news.
What's that?
We have 3 Power 4 schools without head coaches currently, and 2 of them don't even have any. UCLA has no coach.
It's true.
I think they're better off.
Hey Terry, I just sent you a video on Facebook. I want you to watch. I can't share it on the show because it's not suitable for our product because of the language and what it shows. But yes, you will laugh. Actually, Chris, I'm going to send it to you too because it's really funny. Actually, I'm going to request that you go watch it real quick, and then I want you to report to me what you think about it. Live on the air, I want you to report it. So I just sent it to you. It's 11 seconds long. It made me laugh so hard today.
I like this one.
Terry watched it. So you can see why I would want to share that on the show, but I can't.
I mean, all you got to do is see one of those, go to a WNBA game.
Right.
Somebody at an NFL game did that the other day. I think it was the Browns.
Yeah. Did you see what someone made a meme of that, and it said, "Hey, someone threw Caleb Williams' mouthpiece on the field." Which, by the way, I have to give that man some props.
Speaking of Caleb Williams, did you see him blow off C.J. Stroud the other night?
Mm-mm. No, I didn't watch the end of the game though.
So after the game, they go up and shake hands. C.J. Stroud taps him on the shoulder and starts talking to him. Caleb was just standing there, kind of like nodding his head. Mm-hmm. C.J. Stroud told him, "You got to quit taking them hits. Learn from your mistakes, man." And he's just kind of, and then walks off.
Hey, I got to give
100% blew him off.
He's playing some really good football right now. He really is. He earned some props from that. Like, I'm talking about impressed. Which also impressed with Daniel Jones as well, if I'm being honest. Oh, he says that was from last season, that video. Okay. Gotcha. But yeah, I mean, realistically, with Oklahoma State, though, who do you see going in there? Are they just going to hire like a young hotshot coach, or are they going to try to get a veteran? Like, who do you go for in a situation like when you're in this kind of a situation?
G.J. Kinney, who? Oklahoma State?
Yeah.
God, I don't know who you go for.
I mean, I'm sure you would probably go for a G.J. Kinney, but does he want that job? He's got it made in San Marcos. I just can't think of anyone that would just be like, I feel like the only kind of people you could get for this job, and unless they get a good financial backing, is like a young coordinator that's like dream is to be a head coach. And if you can find that,
maybe John Summerall.
Maybe. I mean, there's just.
Would you take an Oklahoma State job over Tulane?
At this point, no.
After what happened to them Saturday?
Well, I look at it like this: the Big 12's TV contract's about to end pretty soon. After that, the Big 12's kind of screwed. They will not get the money that they're currently getting. Now that Oklahoma and Texas are gone, I don't see things going too well for them. It's going to take a miracle to get Oklahoma State back to where they need to be. Or it's just going to take a really big check.
Some really big checks.
Now, do they have people that can do that? That's the question. Or people that even want to do that. Which, then again, maybe there will be some people. It's like, hey, fresh start. Here, I will give X amount of money, go get this guy. Like there could be something like that happen.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, it's just not looking good for them. I mean, I would take the UCLA job over Oklahoma State any day right now.
Terry got jokes for days.
He always does.
Jokes for days.
Hey, I mean, if Oklahoma State can match what ESPN's paying him, by all means. But yeah.
You've seen Saban coach his last game.
Oh, for sure, for sure. So this right here, I fully agree with this. I think that would be your best bet. That's the one thing that Oregon's got to worry about is really just like coordinator turnover because every coordinator they have is ready to be a head coach. But the question is, do they want to leave what they have? Because let's be real, if you're working at Oregon right now, you got a good job. So
eventually that money's going to dry up.
it's true. It's true.
Bill Knight has made it. Bill Knight has told them in no uncertain terms the money is going to dry up. He's told them, I can't do this every year.
No, and I get that. I mean, that's fair. And I mean, and also too, I mean, at what point do you say, hey, we still don't have a national championship. Why am I giving you money?
Yep.
Which, I mean, I think the same will be said for Michigan. I think the same will be said for all these other schools. If you're not showing good results, it's like your ROI. I mean,
yeah,
you're giving money because you want to see results. If you're not getting anything for your money, no reason to give it anymore. So
how crazy is it that Amy Adams Strunk donated $10 million to Vanderbilt's NIL? And she's getting better results at Vanderbilt than she is with her own professional football team.
That's a good question. Also, Chris, I need you to explain what your dinner was tonight.
Chicken and rice with broccoli and carrots.
Yeah, I'm looking at your crock pot picture right now on Facebook that you were tagged in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little bit jealous, my friend. That looks really, really good, actually.
So, I'm just gonna say, me and my better half have a really good roommate.
Clearly, he cooks like a champ.
So, he's a twice-degreed early education.
Okay.
Early childhood education.
Okay.
Has had some mental health problems. And Tuesday is his self-maintenance day.
Okay. Wait, what does that mean?
That's the day he goes and sees his therapist and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And
Okay. I got you.
it's his day for self-maintenance.
Okay.
And he's taken it upon himself that his appointments are early in the morning, so when he's done with that, he starts cooking like around lunchtime. Just lets it simmer all day and has supper ready for us when we get home. Oh my gosh, it's incredible. It's incredible therapy for him.
For sure.
Yeah.
And hey, it's nice when you can benefit from therapy.
Oh, I'm telling you.
That's nothing but love right there.
We're lucky.
Clearly. Also, Terry sent me a picture of a FUSC shirt that he's gonna be purchasing. It is beautiful and I love it. Mm-hmm. Amen, Tony. I love chicken and rice. I could eat it all day, every day. It's one of my favorite things to eat. And I've never seen anyone make it the same. I've seen so many variations, and I love that so much. Because yours look more like a deconstructed chicken pot pie. And that looks amazing.
Yes.
I like that a lot. Filipino stew, which, by the way, good God, you know what? Whoa, pause everything we're doing here. Terry, I need a UCLA desperately needs a head coach and to get their heads out of their tail burger recipe tonight. I would highly appreciate that.
Instead of just UCLA focused, how about a Power 4 school searching for a head coach mid-season burger.
Yes, yes. All right, so his stew was pork ribs in a tarramin broth with green Asian chili peppers. You put a red pepper. I don't appreciate that. Green beans and a Filipino root that tastes like potatoes. That sounds really good, actually. 100% would eat that. But to be fair, I do like Filipino food, so that is probably why I would like that. Dang, that sounds good. Oh, Seth Stanley in the house. What is going on? Hey, there you go.
Do you know who? Do you know who one of Rick Neuheisel's assistants was at UCLA?
Hardly.
Mr. Clark Lee.
This will be an expense. Exactly. I like that. Oh man. Well, Chris, I tell you what. Can you do me a huge favor? Can you upload a Sextro Rye video, please?
Oh, for sure. Watch this.
Because we will take a short break and we will have to air that because that video is fantastic.
Let's see, which one do I want to add?
Oh, Chris, you're getting called out by Seth. Says you're sitting there looking at that comment, not even finishing the lyrics. Come on, man. Which, how crazy is it that Vanderbilt's probably going to be 5-0 after this weekend?
Do we want the black and white or do we want the other one?
I think upload both, but let's go with the other one tonight. Or actually, we'll use both of them tonight. We'll do 2 commercials tonight. We'll do that one first, and then after we do before we go into closing talk, we will do the other one. Because honestly, we've only got just a little bit more to talk about, and we're good. So.
Did you happen to see the drone show that Vanderbilt did on Saturday night?
I did not.
They absolutely trolled a couple of other Power 4 schools. 2 of the songs they played during their drone show were Enter Sandman and Sandstorm.
I like that. That's a good troll by them. All right. I see that you have uploaded the video. So let's take a quick break and we'll be back in 38 seconds.
Well, look what you just found. This is a 1932 recipe that was voted 50 best ryes, and I'll contend it's the best rye. See, we make this with a 100-year-old recipe that uses no chemistry, no coloring, no additives, just 100% pure, delicious 1932 styling. So pick it up, take it home. All your friends will think you're a damn genius.
I love it.
And if you want some, you can go to Sextro Rye, use the promo code BROOM, and get 10% off of your order.
Highly recommend it.
This is the stuff that Al Capone used to call the good stuff.
I like it. I can't wait to get my bottle. That's for sure. That being said, Terry says 2 Wagyu beef patties stuffed with truffles and smoked Gouda, topped with bacon strips and caramelized sweet onions from Vidalia, Georgia. This will be on a ciabatta bun toasted with garlic butter. My God. That sounds absolutely delicious. And that would make me want to sign a contract to be a head coach if they gave me that burger. This makes me I don't like this comment. I think we should report it. We play Dixieland Delight when we play LSU, not who, you. we're now known to troll previously beaten opponents. Let me tell you something. If y'all beat Alabama, you have every right to troll them in every way possible.
So, I think we started something Saturday night.
Okay.
They played Wagon Wheel at the stadium.
Really?
And after the PA announcer cut the music off, the entire stadium kept singing Wagon Wheel.
Oh, that's a good song to have.
That
Actually.
I'm down for it.
Absolutely.
That's our. We can say Wagon Wheel is ours.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Terry says that burger be $300, but he'll have to do it for free. LOL.
Yeah, because UCLA ain't got no money.
Yeah, they'll get something somehow. Terry's going to donate to their collective. He's going to give his year salary to
Remember
him.
when NIL first came out and they said Vanderbilt's dumb, they can't compete in NIL.
Well, they surprised us.
We're showing that we absolutely can't.
Well, I think they're doing good. I can't complain with what I've seen out of Vanderbilt so far in the NIL era. I'm more happy that they have a coach that is utilizing it properly to not only get good players added to his team, but get the right fits for his team and not have any cancers in the locker room. So respect to Clark Lee on that one. That being said,
the only way Tim Beck leaves is if he retires. I don't think there's any threat anywhere of him being head coach anywhere.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because he is a little bit aged.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. There we go. All right.
We got to address this one too.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Oh, I didn't even see the comments. My bad.
That will not happen. Remember,
I hope not.
Remember, Vanderbilt had a second string all SEC wide receiver in Will Shepherd.
Yep.
Led the SEC and led the nation in touchdowns. And Clark Lee told him to leave because he was focused on NIL and was very, very selfish. There's not a chance in hell Nico ends up on a Vanderbilt team coached by Clark Lee. Not a chance in hell.
Chris, can I ask you a question? We're going to get a little bit political for a second, and this is a rarity. But if Nico comes to Nashville, are you going to
I'm going to take my Tylenol.
Good job. I'm proud of you. But no, I can see you out there with a sign just protesting.
Nah.
And just every morning just standing out there protesting it until he just says, never mind, I'm going somewhere else.
I'm just going to start eating Tylenol like candy because he's a damn headache.
Are you pregnant? Okay.
I'd look it sometimes.
All right. Let's get into it. Contenders versus Pretenders. It's the title of the show tonight. And basically, it doesn't mean that any of these teams that we're going to talk about are going to be actual pretenders. But I feel like this is the first that we see of Separation Saturday, per se, where you start to see the elite teams pull away because you get your first taste of some big matchups this weekend. One of them is Southern Cal and Illinois. Illinois suffered a very brutal loss, but Southern Cal is looking favorable so far this year. I mean, they haven't really played anybody, but they're looking favorable currently. Illinois, and the reason I'm saying contender and pretender here is because Illinois has a chance to put themselves back into a good spot, while this could be a setback for USC that would be hard to recover from. Because let's be real, Illinois is probably pissed off this week. Can't imagine what practices are like after taking a beating like that, especially when you're, a top 10 team. So if there is a chance for Illinois to have any hope to do anything this year, this Saturday is a must-win game. So, I mean, I don't know.
It's all going to be dependent on whether or not Illinois can play their mind games with USC.
True.
Because that's what Illinois is predicated on, is playing mind games with their opponent.
True.
Indiana didn't let that happen.
They did not.
They stayed focused. And another thing about Illinois, they have to take care of the football. The 5 turnovers against Duke, the bad play against Indiana saw it in the tape. They said, Coach Signetti literally said, we saw how they turned it over early against Duke, and we thought we could make them do it. We thought we could make them do it too.
Yep.
And you saw them on the first series. They went after the kicker.
Sure did.
They sent the kitchen sink, blocked the punt, and the rest is history. There were no mind games being played by Illinois at that point.
Yep. And I get it. I do.
So for Illinois to win that game, they've got to eliminate the turnovers and get back to playing head games with people.
Yep. So that'll be an 11 a.m. kickoff on Fox on Saturday. Southern Cal is actually a 6.5-point favorite right now for that game.
11 a.m. kickoff for a team moving to the east.
That's tough.
I don't like it.
Doesn't usually work out very well.
I think Illinois handles serve.
There you go. And I mean, all right. So let's be real. Let's quickly look at Southern Cal. I mean, they opened up the season with Missouri State. They played Georgia Southern in the next game. Then they had Purdue and Michigan State. I mean, nothing screams to me, hey, awesome. Mm-hmm. Because I mean, that's not tough. I mean, no offense to Michigan State or Purdue, but they're not in the upper half of the Big Ten. They're just simply not.
Purdue's going to get somebody.
Huh?
Purdue's going to beat somebody.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
I don't know who it is. They're going to beat somebody.
I mean, they were in it with USC. They were in it with Notre Dame. It's not like they weren't competitive. So, I mean, Purdue is a team that I wouldn't want them on my schedule because they're going to be pesky. And pesky teams pull out wins when they shouldn't. So, definitely keeping an eye on them there. But no, I mean, like after this game, I mean, Southern Cal welcomes Michigan. Then they have to go to Notre Dame. Then they go to Nebraska. They get Northwestern at home. That's a win. They get Iowa at home. That's probably a win. Probably. I'm not going to say yes or no yet because, I have to see more. Then they have to go to Oregon, and then they get UCLA at home. So realistically, they have two guaranteed wins left on their schedule, and then the rest are battles. Can they win a lot of those? Absolutely. I'm not going to say Southern Cal. I mean, Southern Cal is going to make a bowl this year. That's not a question to me. Mm-hmm. And I think they'll make a pretty respectable bowl. I don't think they'll be in the playoff. I don't think they'll be close to the playoff. But I think they will at least earn a respectable bowl game. So, I like I said, if they beat Illinois this weekend, that's huge for them. And that'll be something really good for them to go off of going forward. So, definitely a game worth monitoring. One of the games that I'm going to shout out real quick that I do not have on this Contenders versus Pretenders list, because there's only 4 games I have on there. One game that I want to quickly bring up, Arkansas and Notre Dame at Archup. Another 11 o'clock game, be on ABC. I think Notre Dame beats the absolute piss out of Arkansas. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be ugly. But I think it is going to be a very good game. I really do. I don't think it's going to be like a crazy blowout or anything like that. But I think it's going to be just physicality-wise, Notre Dame's defense is going to just rain punches on Arkansas. And unfortunately, Arkansas has proven that their defense is not that great. So that's going to –
I don't think that game's close at all.
I mean, there's a good chance of that. I don't see it looking good for Arkansas. I'm assuming that's how you're feeling as well.
to be fair, we saw what Marcel Reed was able to do against Notre Dame.
Yes.
Taylor Green could probably do the same thing.
Sure.
But I don't think Arkansas is that good.
I don't either.
I really don't.
And I hate saying that. But then again, that's not to discredit Memphis. Memphis played very good against Arkansas in the second half. They really did. Played their tails off, actually. So, like, I'm not going to discredit Arkansas fully because, I mean, again, their loss to Ole Miss, good game. Memphis was a good game. But, yeah, I don't see this going good for them. It's a nightmare matchup, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for it being out of conference. That really is just unfortunate. But at this point, I mean, Arkansas is 2-2. Let's be real; they're eliminated from the playoff already. There's no sneaking in for them. That being said, Memphis is looking really hot right now as a as one of those wild cards to sneak in at the end now. Because having Arkansas win on your resume looks fantastic. Not saying they're going to get it, but they could.
They still have Navy and South Florida to go through.
Exactly. If they get through both of those, it's on at that point.
If they get through both of those, they should be unbeaten.
Yep. Absolutely.
And then they'll be in.
I think they have a better shot with Navy than South Florida, style-wise. But, I mean, both games are not going to be easy. And let's be real, every year Memphis loses a game they should not lose. Mm-hmm. I'm hoping that's not the case because I would love to see Memphis do good this year. They deserve it. But, yeah, be one to monitor. One game you talked about, Utah State, it's one to circle. Vandy's a 21.5-point favorite in that. That's it's a good one. Ohio State goes to Washington for a 2:30 kickoff. So that's like a, 2:30, so 11:30 kickoff Washington time, 10:30-ish, something like that. So
that's going to be a sneaky good game, and I would
so
not be shocked at all if Washington pulled an upset.
I mean, they could. I mean, Ohio State's only a 6.5. Is it 6? No, I'm sorry, 8.5-point favorite in that game.
I don't think Washington's lost a game at home since 2021.
That's crazy. I mean, Washington has a solid team on them. I mean, look at their numbers. I mean, they're really respectable. I mean, I think I'm taking Ohio State in that game, but it's definitely going to be a good game. There's no question about it. The next game, though, that's on our contenders versus pretenders list is LSU at Ole Miss. That's going to be a fun game. I already know you're taking Ole Miss, blah, 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 blah. I get it. But there's going to be a lot to learn. Nussmeier was finally able to throw a ball past 12 yards the other night. That's a very positive sign for his injury. There's been no reports that he made his injury worse. From what I'm hearing, he's actually feeling pretty good. So that's a positive sign. But
you remember what I said before the season started? I like the backup better than I do Nussmeier.
Michael Van Buren looked fantastic when he came in the second half.
Why is he not playing?
I think it's a respect to Nussmeier.
Here's the thing. When you have an oblique injury, those things are tricky and they're hard to recover from.
Yep.
I think LSU would be much better if they played Van Buren.
I can't argue that, actually. And, I mean, because I will say one thing that was concerning to me the other night, and obviously I watched every snap of the game, but I didn't watch it like I normally do. I kept my eyes heavily on everything Nussmeier did. Like, usually I just look at the whole field while I'm watching the game. But this one, I just kept my eyes on Nussmeier the whole game. And when he started, his passes were just not what they normally are. I mean, he was accurate. I mean, he's 68.5% completion percentage. Good job. Best of his career to this point. But his passes were all just lobbed in there. Everything was lobbed in at first. Then as the game started going, then it got quicker and more little crisp throw to it. And then he started hitting deep balls, and I was like, all right, he's looking good. And by the time he came out of the game at the half, he looked like the normal Garrett Nussmeier, and that made me happy to see. The one thing that has got me a little is the fact that I know last week leading up to that game that Nussmeier rested a lot throughout the week. He actually did not practice. Oh, lost my headphones. Hold on. He did not practice as much as he would normally practice in preparation for a game, just so he could get some rest for his injury. I think that helps him. Obviously, after Ole Miss bye week, give him a good, time to rest, give him a good week and a half so that he can prepare for the next game. So I like that because they said realistically he needs a week of just no football, just complete rest. He gets that, he's good, and I'm hoping that's the case. Which obviously we have great medical staff and everything, so I'm not worried about that. That will get him ready to go.
You know what the beauty is of LSU coming to Nashville?
What's that?
We have a bye week between Alabama and LSU.
That's nice. It is. I always like
timing.
when they do that. It is.
That's perfect timing.
I will say if it was back to back, having to play both of those, that sucks.
Yeah.
But getting a chance to rest your body for a few days before really getting back out there preparing, that's going to benefit them. And that was very smart in scheduling it like that. That's exactly what I would have done. Wouldn't even have thought twice about it.
But as far as Ole Miss and LSU, and I am going to take Ole Miss, but not because of Nussmeier and anything like that.
Because of Trinidad Chambly.
Because the fix is in. You're going to see Whit Weeks, or whatever the hell his name is.
Best linebacker in the SEC. Continue.
You're going to see him make a mistake that's going to benefit Ole Miss.
Nah.
Because
Landry ain't got him around her thumb like that. Come on now.
The fix is in.
Nah. I will say it was weird that their relationship was announced like that.
You don't think she's got him wrapped around her thumb? 100% she does. That doesn't happen if she doesn't have him wrapped.
One line I saw today is that Ole Miss is not the only thing sucking that tiger this week. I was like, But no, I'm curious to if that's going to have any effect on his play.
100%. Lane Kiffin's already tweeting about it.
Exactly. And I think that's the fun part. But then again, here's how I look at it. Okay.
The fix is in.
If I'm playing against my girlfriend's dad, I'm going to do everything I can to look my absolute best on the field, though. And that's the thing about
until Daddy says, if you want to keep dating my daughter, you drop a play.
I think he wants a natty too much to even consider that. But no, I think it's going to be a fun matchup. I mean, that's the thing about Ole Miss and LSU in the last few years is you can't really predict the outcome for this game. You can say what you think is going to happen or what should happen and everything, but the way that these two teams play, I mean, it's just a good game. So yeah. I'm excited. I mean, I can't give a fair prediction because I'm extremely biased in what I would say. I don't know what to expect. This is a different type of offense than what we have seen so far. I mean, we've seen teams that kind of replicate what Ole Miss does, but nothing to the standard that Ole Miss does. So it'll be interesting to see what the Ole Miss defense does. We've seen that their defense can be shaky. We've also seen they can be shut down, but their offense is rolling. Trinidad Chambly coming in at quarterback, he's fantastic. He's got a good arm on him. Everybody thought it'd be his legs that he'd be killing people with. Well, he's dangerous with both. So, very good team. I look forward to watching it. I don't have a fair prediction outside of LSU by 90. So,
I actually had a nice little back and forth with the Ole Miss fan before the season started about their quarterback. And I told him, your projected starter at quarterback is a better baseball player than he is a football player.
Absolutely. And don't get me wrong, he's a great football player too.
But you see who's not playing.
Well, he's hurt.
And they're better without him.
They actually do look better. I'm curious, when he's healthy again, what does Lane do at that point?
You can't make the change.
You can't take, you can't take the hot hand out.
You never take the hot hand out.
Now, I mean, and then again, though, this weekend could also be a situation of Trinidad could get exposed in this game.
He could.
Because, I mean, let's be real. This is the best defense he has seen in his career. But then again, that could be the motivation he needs going into that game. It's like, hey, this is my biggest challenge to date. I'm ready to conquer it. We don't. I mean, we just don't. We don't know. He's either going to fold or he's going to explode. There's not going to be just a decent play. It's going to be one or the other. And that's what I love about it.
So what's your expectation for Harrison Bailey?
He's not going to be the starter.
You don't think he's going to start?
No, the reports going out right now, I saw about 5 different reports on this, is that they have a true freshman quarterback that they're expecting to be the starter going forward if Lagway is not available.
So you spend NIL money to bring this quarterback in and then set him on the bench.
I mean, let's be real though.
That's
dumb. How much NIL money do you think it required to get Harrison Bailey at Florida?
I guarantee it cost him $1 million.
You think so?
Yeah.
Does he have that kind of draw? I'm shocked.
Wasn't he the starter at Louisville?
But he wasn't great.
I mean, Louisville won 10 games last year, didn't they?
Yeah, but I don't think he was the reason for. Hold on, now I gotta look into this.
I think he was the starter.
Hold on.
Or was Shuck the starter?
I don't think he was the starter. Give me 1 second. Let me pull this up real quick. I got it right here. So, Trammell Jones Jr., he's the only other quarterback that's actually even played for Florida. Harrison Bailey has not touched the field.
That's embarrassing. So
far on the season, Jones is 12 of 18 for 131 yards with 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. DJ Lagway, on the other hand, is 83 of 23 for 690 yards. He's got 67.5 completion.
And 7,000 interceptions.
5 touchdowns, 6 interceptions right now. But Jones has 5 carries for 14 yards. So Jones, it looks like, will be the quarterback. Let me see something though. Hold on.
Guess who went 2 for 2 for Vanderbilt the other night?
What's his name, son, right?
Whit Muschamp, yes, sir.
That's crazy. All right, so yeah, last year, Harrison Bailey, he only threw 33 passing attempts, 24 of 33, 227, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions.
So Shuck was a starter.
Yeah. So here's a crazy stat for Harrison Bailey in his 5 seasons in college. He's 108 of 171. He's got a 63.2% completion percentage for 1,190 yards. He's got 10 touchdowns to only 3 interceptions. That's not terrible.
He was a 5-star quarterback that hasn't. That
is a shame.
What do you do with that?
On his career, he's got 44 rushing attempts for -4 yards with 2 touchdowns. He's not a mobile guy.
No.
But no, so I mean, let's just be real. So they've got a few options at quarterback. So they've got another freshman, Aaron Williams, and they got Aiden Warner on the roster. I forgot all about him actually. And then you got Lagway, Jones, Bailey. You have Clay Millen, who. Okay, so he actually was Colorado State's quarterback from 22 and 23. He was at Nevada in 21. In 22, he completed 72.2% of his passes for 1,910 yards, 10 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. So, I mean, they've got some options at quarterback if needed. But with Jones, I like their odds with him. I mean, I don't think they're going to – again, Florida's screwed with their schedule regardless, so it is what it is. All right, next game on our list, Alabama, Georgia. Oh, I can't wait for that. All right, Alabama and Georgia. Ty Simpson versus Gunnar Stockton. Fun matchup.
Georgia, and it's not close.
That was going to be my question for you, actually, was are we going to learn that everything that Alabama has done since Florida State is just okay?
Level of competition.
Exactly. And I respect that. And I when I was thinking about making my picks for this game, every aspect I thought of, it's hard for me to pick against Georgia. I don't think Georgia's as good as the media thinks this year.
I don't think Georgia has reached their full potential yet.
That was what I was going to get to, is that,
They,
but I
they've
think
shown
end of the
flashes.
season, yes, but I think end of the season when it all comes together, because I mean, let's be real, you got Zachariah Branch on that offense. You should be
And
fantastic.
he's not even your go-to guy
Exactly.
in big moments.
Exactly.
That's London Humphreys.
Yep. London Humphreys is awesome. Such a sure-hand receiver. He's going to do so good at the next level. His college career will be forgotten about when he hits the pros, I think, because I think he'll be that impactful when he hits the pros. But that happens in cases. But we'll see. But yeah, I think Georgia's going to take the game. I think Alabama. They shoot themselves in the foot too much. And I really fear that's what's going to happen in this game. It's just not an easy game. I'm assuming Georgia's probably going to do a blackout in the game. I wouldn't be surprised. I haven't heard it. I haven't looked either. So
I saw that earlier today. That's what they're doing.
okay. So yeah, I like Georgia. I like Georgia big. I don't think it's gonna be necessarily just like Alabama, Florida State, but I think it's gonna be impactful in how it happens. And it's gonna set the tone for Alabama's season. It's kind of like Florida
You've been
last year.
called out.
Oh God, here we go. Nah, not biased at all. Me? No.
Sarah, I'll be her favorite person. Sarah, I have Ole Miss winning that game.
I think Nate has Ole Miss winning that game too, so we're good. But no, I think I'm leaning Georgia. Yeah, I think it'll be a good one. But that being said, in my eyes, the game of the day, Oregon and Penn State. Whiteout and Happy Valley. Penn State's your pick to win the national championship, rightfully so. I respect the pick. I can't even debate it at this point. Oregon, on the other hand, look good so far. Level of competition is a thing, though.
I don't think they look good against Northwestern.
I mean, they didn't look great. I don't think they look really that great against Oregon State. I watched the first part of that game. Let me be honest, though. I watched the first half. I didn't watch the second half. I watched the first half. And Dante Moore is great. I think he's a good quarterback. But as a whole, though, Oregon's just like they're a good team, but I just don't think that they're complete. I just don't think they can get to that. I don't know why.
And people talk about Penn State. Well, they really haven't done anything, and they haven't looked that great. Well, guess what? Penn State hasn't played anybody where they've had to show anything.
Yeah.
And they have purposely stayed vanilla in everything they've done.
Yes, absolutely.
Now they got to step up in competition. You're fixing to see some wrinkles that you haven't seen out of them this year.
But let's be real though. I mean, it could be the opposite. Maybe they are a vanilla team though, and maybe Oregon goes in and actually handles business. I don't think it's going to happen, but it's very possible. What are the odds in us talking about Oregon going to Happy Valley and Taps is playing in the background and it's your place right now?
That's
Good
funny.
Lord. That's
I just realized what was playing.
Oh man. But no, I think Penn State handles them. I think it's going to be a very good first half. I think both teams are going to come out swinging, but I think second half, I think Penn State just pulls away. that defense is nasty. Let's just be real. They are.
Mhm.
They're one of the nastier defenses in the country. Probably
Yes.
one of the more put together defenses that you will see, and I love it.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think realistically, I could see a halftime being like 10-10, low scoring first half, and just a close game. But then I can see it finishing like 34 to like 17, kind of, for Penn
Mhm.
State. Like I think they just easily pull away in the second half. So, but we will see. That being said, it is time for Vandy Chris's upset of the week. What you got for me?
Are you ready for it?
I am ready for it.
There's a certain team in the SEC that has several defensive players missing due to injury.
Okay.
They're playing a road game against an SEC opponent.
You think Kentucky's going to win?
No.
Oh,
I called it out before the season that Mississippi State was the most improved team in the SEC. I told you. And this week it gets solidified. Mississippi State beats Tennessee, who has several starters out on defense. This is where it happens. One thing you don't trust is Josh Heupel on the road. And going down there, Mississippi State with the upset.
I'm speechless. I don't hate it at all, actually.
I told you Mississippi State's going to be a problem this year.
I mean, like I'm trying to think of a rebuttal for you here. I mean, I got nothing. I mean, I'm taking Tennessee in the game. Don't get me wrong, but
Look how many
I don't.
defensive players they have hurt.
I mean, how many is it? I really don't know. I
I
know they
think
had a
they're
lot go
mi-
down.
I think they're missing like 3 or 4 starters.
Oh, that is interesting.
That's the last I heard anyway.
They've had a lot of players get injured this year. Whether they come back or not, like quickly from said injury, like they come back even in that game, but they've just had a lot of players go down, and it wasn't like
And
trying to just draw time, get time. Like it was like legit injuries happening. Like that Syracuse
against
game,
against Syracuse at one point they had 6 freshmen on the field.
yeah, like it was bad.
Yeah.
So, I mean, because let's see, so they handled Syracuse, Eastern Tennessee State, Georgia game was tight, and then they handled UAB. I mean, I don't see anything that's pointing to say that Mississippi State doesn't have a chance. And it being at home, midday game, I know what the crowd. I mean, I've been in that stadium before.
Remember,
If
Josh
that,
Heupel on the
whew.
road.
I mean, I remember seeing LSU go to Starkville and get manhandled a few years ago. I was in attendance, and let me just tell you something. Pre-game, in the parking lot before the fans even got in the stadium, it was nothing but cowbells. When I got into the stadium, nothing but cowbells. Like the fans never once let up. There was one play at the beginning of that game that was called back on a penalty for LSU. And after that moment, LSU never got it going. And Mississippi State just ran away with it. It was embarrassing. I like your pick. I will say that. I'm not that bold, though. Now, but I do need to pick an upset now just because why not? Mm, hmm.
I dare you to pick Iowa. I dare you. I double dog dare you.
No. That's going to be absolutely that's going to be probably the one game I don't want to watch. I'll tell you what, yeah, I do have an upset actually. And maybe it's not considered an upset, but I'm going to count it as an upset. Arizona over Iowa State. Ishmati has found his feet. He has really gotten it going the last couple weeks, and
Noah
he's looking.
Fafita looks like a competent quarterback again.
I know. I really like what I'm seeing out of Arizona. They took out Kansas State last week. Obviously, they took out Weber State. They handled Hawaii handily. You know what? Yeah, give me Arizona in that game. And actually, screw it, because I'm in a good mood. Why not? I think I've got a second upset that I'm going to call, and I don't know why I'm doing it. And it's probably stupid. Give me Colorado over BYU at home, because why not?
Why not?
I
Because
have nothing
Colorado
to
is ass.
I have nothing to back me up on that one, like at all. But I'm feeling it. I'm straight up just feeling it. I mean, if they can hold Georgia Tech tight, I think they can pull out BYU. So why not? Screw it. Colorado, Arizona, you're my two upset teams of the week. I'll take it. Let's do it. No.
Okay,
So
I'm down for that.
before we get to our closing arguments, though, or statements, or whatever you want to call it, let's take 30 seconds. Right, and actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and let's do a quick break, real quick. 29-second break, and then we're going to do our quick picks for the weekend, and then we're going to do our closing arguments and close this sucker out. So here we go, another Sextro commercial. This one's pretty fancy. I love that commercial.
If you want to remember what it was like to drink the good stuff, as Al Capone called it back in the 30s, get you some Sextro rye. That's the recipe he called the good stuff. Go to Sextro's, get you a bottle. You got red label, you got white label, got black label, got bronze label. The choice is yours. Put in the code BROOM and get 10% off your order.
I like it. I like it a lot. And you know what? We may have to do a giveaway of a bottle of Sextros in the future. I think that'd be a
I'm
good
down.
idea. I say
I'm
we
down.
do that. All right, let's do our quick picks of the SEC, and then let's get to our closing arguments. Notre Dame, Arkansas. Who you got?
Notre Dame.
All right, I got Notre Dame as well. Utah State, Vanderbilt. Who you got?
Vanderbilt.
I got Vanderbilt as well. LSU, Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
LSU, obviously. Auburn at Texas A&M.
I'm a huge Marcel Reed guy. Texas A&M handles business big.
Mario Craver, KC, Conception, man, it's hard to pick against them. As much as I want to believe that Auburn's got a fight in them, this ain't the week. I'm taking A&M as well. Mississippi State, Tennessee.
Mississippi State.
Tennessee, but I hope I'm wrong. I hope you're right on that pick. I really do. Alabama, Georgia.
Georgia.
Georgia's a 3.5-point favorite only in this game. I'm going Georgia as well, and they're easily going to cover that, I think. Missouri and UMass.
Missouri.
Thank you. They'll be 5-0, by the way. Shout out to Mizzou. South Carolina, Kentucky.
Timeout. Let me address Missouri. They played one competent team and had their hands full.
Two competent.
One.
Two.
One.
Two.
One.
Two.
One.
South Carolina and Kansas are both competent teams.
Kansas is ass and almost beat them.
Because Missouri let them. I
Stop
watched
it.
every second of that game. Every second. Missouri
is not that good. They are fool's gold.
Okay. Well, we'll see in a couple weeks when they really beef up their schedule. And the last one, Kentucky, South Carolina.
I'm going South Carolina.
I'm going Kentucky because I've lost faith in South Carolina at this point.
South Carolina. Kentucky is a get-right game for South Carolina.
I respect it. The only reason I'm taking Kentucky is because of what I saw out of them against Ole Miss. That was a tight game. I really think I think they can pull it out. They got a new quarterback starting for them this week. Why not?
Kentucky beat Ole Miss last year and got ran by South Carolina.
Well, different season.
Guess what South Carolina does to Kentucky every year?
They beat them.
They beat them. This year is no different.
We shall see. We shall see. So with that being said, Chris, what's your closing statements for the evening?
God, this is fun. This is I'm just telling you, this is fun. If you want to see the journey that Vanderbilt has taken under Clark Lee, go visit collegefootballbackers.com, cfbackers.com. Check out my article about Vanderbilt from a fan's perspective and the things that went on to make this happen. I reference Vandy United, the $300 million investment. Being able to raise $300 million in a calendar year was just, that's filthy work. That's incredible. And that Candace Story Lee and Chancellor Deermeyer placed a $300 million bet that's paying off today.
There you go.
I referenced what it's been like as a fan since I've been there for 35 years as a fan, and what it's been like for me and feeling like it's never going to happen. So go to collegefootballbackers.com, check out my article, go read up on how I view things transitioning. And when I reference that, we've had 2 sellouts against G5 teams this year. They're the first sellouts Vanderbilt's had in any game that does not involve Tennessee or Alabama since 2013.
That's amazing.
Incredible stuff. I'm enjoying it.
I love the video shots of the crowd that I've been seeing from them. You know, seeing the students with their chest painted, It's just packed in there. Like, I mean, it's jam packed. I'm like, at the rate that it's going, you almost need a stadium expansion already, and that's awesome to say. Yeah. I mean, not yet. I mean, obviously, you need to proof that it's going to continue to stay this way, but it's definitely very positive what we're seeing right now in that program.
So, another aspect of this is Tennessee Titans are ass. Okay.
They are.
The worst record in NFL history is 0-16 by the Detroit Lions.
Are they going to beat it?
The Tennessee Titans could very well go 0-17 and break that record.
Have you seen
the
New Orleans Saints? Have you seen the Saints play? They're pretty
They
bad.
play each other, and the Saints are going to beat them by double digits.
Jesus. Wait, don't they play twice?
I'll tell you how bad it is. The Titans traded their starting safety today for a 6th-round draft pick next year. Jarvis Brownlee has started 16 consecutive games. He's been in uniform for 19. He's a second-year player. 92 total tackles in 16 games. And they traded him to the Giants for a 2026 6th-round draft pick.
Good for the Giants.
They drafted this kid in the 5th round. You're trading the one bright spot on your defense for a 6th-round pick. That's how bad it. And fans are fed up. And if I could tell you how many callers I listened to on Nashville Sports Radio yesterday saying, I won't attend another game. I'll spend my money at Vanderbilt and watch good football. Vanderbilt is absolutely the benefactor of the Titans being bad. There's only so much money to go around for football entertainment. And Vanderbilt's fixing to replicate this. And it's their chance to skyrocket this thing.
Yeah. Well,
the stars have aligned.
There you go. My question is, though, okay, let's say the Titans get the number 1 pick in the draft. What position do you even go after at this point?
If you don't go get an offensive line, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Because they spent money on the offensive line this year, right? And guess what happened? It's worse than it was.
Yep.
What do you... The entire city of Nashville owes Will Levis an apology.
It's true.
Because this looks absolutely worse than it did with him at quarterback last year.
Yeah, because have they even given a timetable of when Levis is expected back?
He's out the entire year.
Oh, man. Which, I mean, obviously, because he's with the Colts, right?
Levis?
Yeah.
No.
I thought he got traded.
No.
He didn't?
No. He's out for the season with the shoulder injury.
Why did I think that he got traded for Anthony Richardson?
Had a broken collarbone and...
Yeah, I knew that, but I could have sworn he got traded.
No.
Oh. Huh. This whole time I thought he got traded. Interesting.
Oh, he's still with the Titans.
Okay.
On injured reserve. And this looks no different than it did with him at quarterback.
I was about to say, I mean, no rush for him right now. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Cam Ward's doing about as good as he can do.
He's making the same plays.
Yeah.
The difference is he threw the shovel pass the other day that Will Levis threw. Will Levis's shovel pass got picked off by a linebacker. He completed his shovel pass, but it was the same damn thing.
Yeah. Be interesting to monitor, to say the least.
0-17 breaks the NFL record.
All right. Well, my closing statements are, first of all, I want to give Shedeur Sanders a shout out. I saw an interview he did the other day, and, he talks about, being on the scout team, it's like a game every day of the week. But the way he talked, it was the most humble he's ever sounded in his entire time of being in the media spotlight. And that made me happy to hear, because I had concerns about him. I really did. And if that's truly his mindset, I like his future in the league. Just got to be honest there. I think it'll be bright for him. Whether he ever becomes a starter or not, I have no idea. But just hearing his mindset currently, nothing but respect to the man. That said, my real closing thoughts on the evening are this. I have good news. LSU is finally going to have some people returning this week. Star tight end, Trey'Dez Green, he's healthy, green light, ready to go. West Weeks, he's still questionable, but there's a good chance he's back. So having the Weeks brothers with Harold Perkins would be great to see this weekend. Nussmeier, as I mentioned earlier, recovering fine. So I like where the offense stands going in to this weekend. That being said, I want to give a shout out to the Oklahoma defense. Any team that gets 10 sacks in a game against a conference opponent, you deserve props. That's fantastic. You couldn't ask for more. Even though it's so weird that this defense has yet to force a turnover. Now I think that will change in Red River. Everybody picks off Arch. So I think that'll happen. But no, it's just I felt bad for Jackson Arnold. It's like I don't know if his offensive line just had a bad day or they're just really that bad. It could be both.
they're not as good as what they've been hyped up to be.
Exactly. Because, I mean, that was a shame. I mean, because let's be real, Jackson Arnold played his heart out in that game. He never gave up. Didn't look very good on his last
He's
chance.
part of the reason they lost.
No, he is 100%.
You miss a wide open Cam Coleman for a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
And then on your final possession, you take 3 straight sacks.
Yeah, that was bad.
Nah, bro, get out of here.
It was bad, but he played his heart out in that game. I gotta give the man a little bit of props there. He did. It was an ugly game, but he did play his heart out. But that being said, this weekend is going to give us some good matchups. Very excited for it. Look forward to parking my butt on the couch and just watching football all day. I can't wait. That being said, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your week. We will see you next week. Please go like, subscribe, follow. Highly appreciate it. Thank you for everybody that stuck in here tonight and watched with us. Have a good one. And go Tigers.